My name is Dio Dansole. So I don't want to sound a bit cliche, but upon entering the UK, I've always wanted to study medicine. The pathway I took to achieve this was quite a lengthy process. Firstly, I applied to an agency in college. I was told that I can't be funded for this degree, even though I was an home student, because I wasn't legally up to 3 years in the United Kingdom. I broke down in tears, and the head of the department who did my interview took me to the admin department. What she said was nothing I've ever seen. This was my first contact with her. They enrolled me as an asylum seeker on a part time course, but in a full time course. Although I wasn't an asylum seeker, but I was grateful for God's divine intervention that day. Further, I got into uni and wanted to apply for medicine in my third year. Unfortunately, my personal tutor, for who I have known since my first year, never wanted to give me this reference and didn't help my application. Literally, I was rejected for the 2022 session. During my fourth year, I knew I would apply again. So I prayed to God to give me a supervisor that would favor me. Instead, God gave me a professor that was so down to earth and very nice. Thereafter, I was able to attend a BSc honors in biomedical science from GCU. I knew that the dream wasn't over as I was just getting started. To start the application process, I had to do a very time constrained exam. During this period, I had multiple breakdowns as I haven't done maths since 2014, and this time constraint didn't help. Sorry. So upon finishing this exam, I asked the professor for the reference, and the psychometric questions were really, really hard. So I was shocked by how quick she gave me this reference. She even did this in 10 minutes immediately and gave it to me. This, this is where it got interesting. In February, I decided I was able to understand the team genuine love for God makes a living wonder. After doing my interview, I was kept on the waiting list. During this time, I decided that I wasn't going to break down or feel sad because I knew that I gave it all during my interview and I was well prepared, except from one stage which I felt might have been a bit shaky. So the application process was becoming mentally exhausting as I was just kept on hold. So in March, I kept my faith in God as the team was Biblical Covenant Empowerers for Wealth. So what I did was I had two of my best friends. We went to um, the same uni, and these guys are like so down to earth. We're like best friends. Two of them got admission into dentistry school. So one went to dental school of Glasgow, and the other one is University Dental School of Aberdeen. So during this time, they felt I was so down. So what they did was they helped me, and finally, I decided to log into my UCAS. Now, this was the Eureka moment. An unconditional offer to study in medicine of University of Dundee had already come through without even me knowing. This uni is ranked number one in the United Kingdom for medical school. Secondly, I know that this may be becoming too long during this month, but the blessing that came through was quite a lot. I received multiple interviews to work in the NHS as a biomedical scientist. Due to the multiple interview I had, this like the first interview was like the toughest, as I had like I had to be gritty and witty about the way I answered my question. But I felt the interview was quite average. Anyways, I got a call in less than 2 hours that I got the job, with still multiple interviews left. And so I want to thank God because finally I am on the route in achieving my dream to become a medical doctor.
Let's make it bigger unto the Lord.